Static electricity, it's us moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need.
What's up guys, GrogeGaming here, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. First I just wanted to mention the fact that I've swapped clans. I'm now in the Light, who you may have heard of. They are a top global clan. I'm hoping this gives me the opportunity to do some collaborations with some really top players and to potentially go into their In the Light's esports team, which would be awesome. Moving on from that, I've got 3 solid decks that I have used to get 12 wins in the double ELIXIR challenge. As you can see, the 12 win chest, we're going to open that up at the end after I've showed you the 3 decks. So here's the first one. As you can see, it's a Golem graveyard deck. We will get into a replay so you can see how this deck works. Right, so starting off, obviously the win condition for this deck is the Golem and then the graveyard. That's generally how you take down a tower very quickly. It's got some good defensive options with the Elite Barbarians being very strong on defense, as well as the Musketeer as always. So for this Hog Rider, we simply go with the Musk at the back, followed by the Elite Barbarians up front. And then we go for a graveyard push. And we zap away the Skami, just so that we actually get onto his tower. That's a vital zap there, otherwise we would have got no damage pretty much. That Musketeer that he first fireballed did so much, so much work for us. Even though it only had a slither of health, it killed the Mega Minion and got a couple shots on the tower. So he's not really learnt from his lesson the first time, just fireballing out of nowhere. So we're going for the Golem on the right, and then on the left, Elite Barbs with the graveyard. And then we're going to zap away the Skami on the left. And the graveyard actually tanks for the Elite Barbarian. And look at this. A minute and a half almost gone, and both towers are going to be done. So I think he knows it's pretty much over at this point. So we used the graveyard twice and we took 2 towers. That's how powerful it is. The rest is pretty much simple. We just finish this off here. Musketeer down, and then the Ice Golem, because I know he's going to drop the Skami on it. Graveyard as well. So we've played the graveyard 3 times and you got 3 crowns. Okay, moving on to the next deck. We've got the LAVAHOUND balloon deck. It's super strong. You've probably seen it all over the place. I'll show you a replay of that deck so you know how it works. So this is against the same deck. However, he's got the Mega Minion and I've got the Musketeer in there. So the main tactic of this deck is to get the LAVAHOUND down and then get the balloon behind it, so that the LAVAHOUND tanks all of the damage for the balloon, allowing the balloon to do massive damage to the tower. So we both start off with the LAVAHOUNDs. Just wait and see what he does next. And we're actually going to go for the balloon next. And then we're going to place a Musketeer defensively near the bridge. Minions for his LAVAHOUND, and his fireball actually misses pretty much everything apart from 1 minion. So our balloon gets onto his tower and deals 1,500 damage. We drop another LAVAHOUND to tank for the Musketeer, which is still alive by the way. So we zap away his Mega Minion and his minions up on the tower there. So that Musketeer is still, she hasn't even moved. Everything is locked onto his tower. And we take it down. So a minute and 15 seconds in, we take a tower. And then we're starting again on the right hand side. We drop the LAVAHOUND to tank for the minions, and then drop the balloon in there as well. And at this point he is struggling. He's trying to get locked onto the balloon with something, but he can't. So I wait for his troops to group up a bit and then fireball them. And I'm just going to separate the balloon out from his attack using a tombstone there, and then we can use the minions on that to take it out. Meanwhile, the Musketeer on very low health takes out his entire LAVAHOUND. So there we go, 2 minutes into the game. It's over at this point. We've taken both towers and his king is down to half health. So balloon in there. Then we'll get a fireball in there just to finish it off. He fireballs actually, so I zap. And then the balloon death damage won't kill the tower, but I'm just going to drop a musketeer to finish it off. There we go. 3 crowns easy against a very similar deck. I think we just played it much better than he did there. So you can see how it works. You want the Lava Hound tanking for the balloon, allowing the balloon to deal massive damage, and you just want to protect the balloon as much as possible, basically. Right, so deck number 3, we've got the Hog, Barbarian Hut and Elite Barbarians, with other stuff thrown in there, and the Musketeer. Your win condition is the Hog, possibly the Elite Barbarians after you've defended, so as a counter attack, but I wouldn't recommend just dropping them at the bridge. Okay, so starting off with this deck, we want to get the Barbarian Hut down if we can at the start, but obviously it's not in our starting hand, and go with a Musketeer with an Ice Golem tanking for it. Gonna get some tower damage as well as hit the Musketeer, and then Elite Barbs on defense. Zap away all that other rubbish, and then his Musketeer will go down, which allows us to cycle to our Barbarian Hut, which is what we're going to get down next. So the opponent has to respond to a Barbarian Hut, really. They can't just leave it alone. And then we're going to fireball away the Ice Whiz and the Musketeer there, get some value. Not too worried about the fact that the Hog didn't get to the tower. So he's actually coming with the Hog, and I know he has poison, so I try to get my Musketeer to stay out of it. We're then going for a Hog push again, because I think his Inferno Tower is out of rotation. He chooses not to play it, so I fireball the Musketeer. We get a Hog hit as well. Don't watch this poor play here. Tried to pull the Hog, but it didn't quite work out. However, with this double elixir challenge, your mistakes aren't as great, that they don't matter as much because you've got the double elixir all the time. So we're just going to tank for the Musketeer again. And then, so he's played the Inferno Tower. We're actually going to go for an Elite Barbarian push here. Obviously, I said I wouldn't usually recommend it. However, sometimes it can pay off. You've just got to know when it's best to do it. And I zap away that there, so we get some Musketeer hits. So my Barbarian Hut is still up, and it just stops him from getting any Hog hits onto our tower. So here we're going to go Elite Barbarians and Hog, just so it's a massive push that he's got to deal with. Going to zap all this away. Hog is locked onto the tower full health, so that tower's done. Just going to speed this up to get it out of the way. So at this point he has to try and go for it. Hog goes to the Barbarian Hut, doesn't get any hits. So he gives up at this point, and then I just go for the 3 crown just to finish it off. Get it at the last second there. So yeah, that's quite a fun deck. I don't think it's as strong as the 2 others that I've shown you. However, as long as you don't make mistakes, you could definitely get 12 wins with it. Right, so we'll just open up this chest here. Obviously you get half of the rewards of a normal grand challenge, so you get 11,000 gold, 550 cards, and it costs 50 gems, which is half of what the grand challenge is. Which is still nice though for 50 gems. Rocket, 3 musks, furnace, ice golem, arrows, fire spirits, Inferno Tower, mortar and lightning. So pretty poor chest overall, but the contents of the chest wasn't really the point of the video. It was the decks that we used to get the chest. I just wanted to say, to get my 12 wins, I didn't use one specific deck. I just switched between the 3 decks. So I definitely think they're all very strong and will get you 12 wins if you use them individually. I'll pull the decks up on screen just to remind you what they are. Yeah, that's going to do it for today. I just wanted to say I've got a Twitter, which is GrogeGaming CR, so hit me up on there if you'd like to. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, it really helps me out. Leave a comment down below too, and subscribe to me if you'd like more Clash Royale content. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.